He probably has DSL.
It's possible.
I can't stay hooked up on anything with this DSL. I'm ready to throw it out the window, go back to my dial-up.
Real quickly, in the news last week, there was a woman who was diagnosed as being psychotic and having postpartum depression, and she had a little girl, and she went to the Texas Mental Health, and they just gave her medication and discharged her. And last week, she took her baby, turned up Bible music full blast, and cut her baby's arms off and killed her.
Ooh, I love the setup. You see the setup on that?
Oh, yeah, but I really think that was demonic activity. I wanted to ask your opinion on that.
Well, anything like that sounds like a setup, because whenever the government does something direct and gross and they want the media to report on it, they will pick a group to blame it on. Whatever group they want to make look bad. Like the Oklahoma City bombing, they wanted to go after the militias, make the militias look bad and dangerous.
Right.
And now you'll see all these psychotic killers as Christians to condition the people that Christians are dangerous.
Well, and also this week we had that lone hunter in Wisconsin stumbled upon a group of hunters, and he opened fire. He shot 8 hunters, and he killed 6 and injured 2 with the AK-47 rifle.
Isn't that amazing? The one they're trying to ban.
Right.
They have a message in everything they do. I don't know how people buy this as just being something that happens anonymously.
Right, what's a hunter wandering around with deer hunting woods with an AK-47?
Yeah, I mean, most of them would want, a 12-gauge shotgun or something.
Right.
You know, it just so happens to fit the one in the bill that they're trying to get rid of. Or you'll have a guy walk into McDonald's and do a massive shooting with whatever gun it is they're trying to ban. It's all such a show. It's such a setup.
Yep, and it's always happening. But the goal is New World Order. And I was reading through some things on your site, Sherry, and that we are racing towards that. And I think people should really awaken to what's happening. Yeah,
and, and they are. And what we're going to do is, there's a couple of people that have been sent in these last days to help tear down the system. And I know that the Lord sent me to help tear it down as long with others.
Sherry?
Yeah.
You have Linda on the line when you're ready.
Okay, we'll put her on.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Linda. How you doing?
Hi, great. I just want you to know what an awesome, awesome blessing you have been to me. I just really thank God for you, and that He led you to me. And I just wanted to know, I had tried ordering some of your crystal things.
Right, the orgone.
Yes. And when I tried to do it off, with my debit on your website, it totally messed up my email and my online banking. So I was wondering if there was another way that we could go ahead and do that.
Well, you know what? You can just email me privately, and I'll send you my snail address.
Okay.
And you can do it that way. Or I don't know which one you're going through, StormPay, or we can go to PayPal.
It was StormPay, yeah.
StormPay? Because they do this. They mess up the servers all the time. It just seems like everybody in Oregon gets messed with an awful lot.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. So.
Yeah, so we'll just do it through snail.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Linda.
Hi.
Hi, Pastor Harry here.
You guys are so awesome, and I'm just so glad that what God has shown me over the last couple of months. I was really searching for some answers, and I just totally appreciate you guys very much.
Well, thank you for calling in, and thank you for all your feedback. I just praise the Lord that, people can be led and they can win. I just pray all the time that we can be a blessing to Him. Pray before every show that we be a blessing to Him.
Well, you are. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in.
Okay. Bye. God bless.
God bless you, too.
That was a nice call, Sherry.
Yeah, see, I told you the hostile people don't call.
Not so far. I always sell my banned book on my site only by money order, and I sell it only through snail mail because that way it never gets, I don't have all these problems.
Oh, every time you try to do something online, it's amazing what they'll do to, I can't even email off of my servers because they have them blocked at the servers, and the CIA owns the servers, so I have to use their own Yahoo email to get my emails out. So why do they block the servers and then allow me to use their own email programs?
That's
got
an
me.
interesting thing. People would say that the government doesn't run the Internet or own it, but how would the government not have control over the Internet?
Well, they own it. ICANN is CIA.
Right.
And they own every domain registration. There's only like 2 big main companies. Everybody else is sub-sellers off of them. I had, when I set up the Hidden Code site last year, I had my emails. I had somebody go through and check the routers on my emails. and they were being run right through the White House.
Well, I guess they're interested in how much we can figure out.
Yeah, and it wasn't too long after that, once I started making fun of that online, that they totally just blocked my mails at the server so I could no longer use the email address. I mean, they hate mockery, and that's, that's all I'm going to do is when I find out what they're up to, I post it and I laugh about it, and you live with the hassles.
But, they do know, the funny thing is that God said that he will give over this world to Satan for 42 months, 3.5 years.
Yep.
And that's why they're so confident, because they know nothing's going to stop them. It's just they think that they're going to rule forever.
Well, they still get kinks in their armor, and that's what's
Right.
funny to do is to throw those kinks in there, because the Lord wouldn't have people out to tear down their systems to help destroy them if it was impossible to do.
Well,
they're going to rise, and he's going to have us 42 months, but he can have it sitting in a palace or a tent. You know what I mean?
Well,
he can have rain, he can have sunshine, or he's going to have rain, and I'm going to put him in a tent with rain. And that's what everybody that's out here working to tear down the system is going to do. We're not going to let him have it all the ways he wants. We're going to make him as miserable for him as possible.
Well, they should be. The Bible does say to expose evil, and you should show what they're doing. They shouldn't be able to work in a cloak of darkness.
Right, and a lot of people adopt this fatalism doctrine where he's going to come, he's going to rule. I'm going to sit down and watch my TV.
It's going to happen, right? Just watch TV. We can't do anything. And then worse is the Baptist religion that's telling them 100 million people or whatever, at any moment you're going to be raptured. Just sit on a mushroom and watch TV. Because
you're not going to miss it all. You don't have to prepare emotionally or psychology or physically. You're just going to miss it all.
Right, and they think they can do whatever they want to be raptured.
And these are the ones that are going to be on the trains. They're going to be tested because they've fallen for these false doctrines. And you know what the Lord says about false doctrines? It's something he told me last year. It's not his fault we're sitting in false doctrines.
No, it's not.
It's not his fault because we're not doing what we're commanded to do, and that's to seek him for truth and knowledge.
Sherry?
Yeah.
When you're ready, you have Deborah on the phone.
Okay, put Debbie on. Deborah.
Hi.
You're up, Deborah.
Hello.
Hello, Deborah.
Hi, Sherry. How are you this evening?
Good, how are you?
Good. What I was calling in for this evening is that about a week ago, I was out driving in the evening, and I came to a four-way stop sign. And the vehicle that was directly across from me in the opposite lane, I don't want to say person because it didn't look like a person behind the steering wheel driving the vehicle. I was just wondering if this could have been an alien. His head was shaped kind of like a football laying on its side. Its eyes glowed, and it just I wasn't afraid of it because I've seen these things before and experienced things before, but I've never seen one like actually drive a vehicle. And I was just calling to see if that's possible. Are they becoming more bold?
What could be happening is, I don't know if you've seen the movie They Live, where all of a sudden these things lose their cloaking.
Mm-hmm.
And so people can see them exactly as they are. He's probably normally shapeshifted as a human. Tell him to put his human clothes back on. But yeah, we're living amongst aliens. There's no doubt. And when the cloak is lifted and the veil is lifted and these things are revealed for what they are, I mean, people are going to freak.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask Deborah. Hello.
Hello.
How good of a look did you get at this thing?
A fairly good look. Because I didn't have a vehicle behind me, so I could just kind of like sit and watch for a while. And I know I was describing it to a friend of mine, and actually it looked kind of like the E.T. character from the movie E.T. And with the kind of the football shaped head and a longer neck.
Yeah, it's really unusual because these things are usually real sensitive to light. We're going to go on back. We're going to keep you on with us, and we'll come back right after the break.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll be right back after about a minute.
Thank you.
This is the Reality Radio Network on Telstar 5 Transponder 5 and on the internet at realityradionetwork.com.